Hey everybody, it is Billy at BTUFF. Today we are doing a monster episode on the reef. I know you guys like that stuff. I've been getting I see your messages. Trust me, I see them that you guys want to see more. But trust me, this is probably the most important reef one I've done. It's going to be probably a long episode, but I am going to help the lazy reefers out there. I have changed a couple things. There was something that I was doing on the tank that was really wrong, and I'm shocked that it was even, surviving. I'll get into that. I also got some new equipment that I have applied to the tank, and I don't usually test anything. I did pick up one thing I am going to be testing that is easy to test, and it's something that you should do to make sure that your tank thrives. I'll get into that. This is a big episode. I'm serious. We got some really cool corals in here too. I think you're going to like them. And plus we got some unboxing coming up. Trust me, if you like reefing and you've liked the stuff we've done in the past, this is an episode you're going to want to watch. Coming up on BTUFF. First thing I want to do before we get started is to show some equipment that I've added onto this, and it's really cool stuff. I did pick up the Apex Junior, which is right here, and I really liked it so far. It is a monitoring system that allows you to have access to your pH and your temperature and other things. There's a bigger model. This is the intro level one. I forgot what I paid for it. I want to say 300, but you can get bigger ones that monitor more stuff. But the reason why I like this is because I'm away quite a bit. And so now when I'm away, I can monitor everything through the Apex Junior, right? So I did add that, and I am liking it so far, and it's really helped me as far as the pH. One thing I did too, this will help. So I was struggling with the pH, okay? And that is because, in your house, you have your dogs, you have your cats, you have all that stuff. So what I did was I got a line here, and I just run the line. I'm not gonna go outside. I run it to the outside of the house. So now the air that comes through the skimmer is from the outside air, not the air inside, which has a lot of CO2, right? And so that has helped a lot with the pH, stabilizing it at night. So it's helped. And then also I run this LED light here, and I got some Cheeto down there. And so I run that at night. So that has helped out with the pH. So if you're having a hard time keeping your pH stable or it's going down low, run the line from your skimmer outside. If that doesn't work, get an air pump, put it outside, and then run that into your tank, and that will help stabilize your pH. All right, so I'm back with another shipment from High Voltage Corals. I was so stoked on those last torches that we got that I gave them a call a week later. Said, man, send me another one, dude. This time let's do either a Dragon Soul or a Hellfire, whatever they want to call it. But pretty pumped up, and I like them because they're fair on their shipping. Like, he doesn't try to nail you too much on the shipping. It's fair for what he does, and they do a really good job packaging. And you're not going to beat their prices. Like, their prices on like hammers, just being real here, this isn't paid for, but like their prices on hammers are like 40 bucks, man. I think I have to go back and see, or something like that. And single head, like Dragon Souls and like gold torches, they're like 100 bucks, like, right? And I think they're like 175 for 2 heads. So it's as good as it gets as far as torches. You're not going to get that, unfortunately, at a local fish store. It's going to be a lot more than that. Not dogging local fish stores, but I just think the prices are super reasonable. And I like, for me, I like doing business with people that I think are fair. You know what I mean? And so, and the last one, he hooked us up with this, with a bonus coral. So that was pretty cool. So like I said, they do super good on their packaging, that they do. I have to save these too, right? Because you never know if you're going to ship one out later, right? So let's see here. I'm in Bakersfield. This came out of Inland Empire, which is LA, right? Eastern LA. And so this thing, I made the order at 3:30 in the afternoon, and it's what, 11 o'clock here the next day, and it's sitting here on my porch, right? So that's really cool. I mean, it gets here pretty quick. All right, so let's see what we got here. Got my keychain, that's cool. So, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. So this will be a Dragon Soul 2-head, right? So, is it 2-head? I think it's 2. Dang, dude. That might be 3 heads, I don't know. Might be 2. No, dude. Dang, dude. That's a 3-head. You gave me a 3-head, dude. Wow. That's what I'm telling you, dude. These guys, some of these guys are so cool, man. They're just like good dudes. Look at that, dude. 3-head. That's gonna look legit. All right, so let's get this thing in here. It's pretty cool. They're smart too because they double package this. Let me show you here. So you get this, right? So if there's any problem with it leaking, see it did leak a little bit in here. So see, this is why this is smart, dude, look. Because it leaked a little bit. And look, they double packed it. And if it wasn't double packed, that thing would be all over the place. So look, that double pack saved this coral. No joke, dude. Yeah. So I am gonna reef dip it. I want to, how am I gonna do this? I think I'm gonna put this in a plastic baggie because I wanna acclimate it. So let's get this in a plastic bag and that, whoops, so we can acclimate it in the water. And then I think I will do a little bit of a dip and then we'll put it in there. We'll see what we got. Yeah. All right, I want to show you one more thing else I did. I was having a big problem with water spots coming down here, a lot of salt creep on the edges. And I came to realize that it is because on this canopy, I had a wood beam right here that was, you know, screwed into this. So I picked up this plastic. It's like, well, I don't know what it is. It's like a hard plastic bar. It's a 1 by, I don't know, inch by inch and a quarter bar. And I put that in there and now no more salt creep because the water doesn't soak into this, right? It was soaking into the wood before and then it would just creep on the outside. So I did fix that problem. It was kind of a little bit more expensive than I wanted to, but I definitely like this way better, right? Because no salt's gonna affect that at all. All right, let's get into it. There's a lot to go over. We got a color explosion here. And man, we have so much stuff we've added and so much stuff that's taken off that I want to go over all of it. But I want to start with these, man. These are the high voltage corals that I got. He's a good dude. His prices are really good. His packaging is really good. He doesn't try to nickel and dime you for everything on the shipping. High voltage corals, man. He's a good guy, man. Like everything that he sent me has been outstanding. I got these 3 right here. And of course we have the gold. And then we have the Hellfire or Dragon Soul, whatever you want to call it. And then we have a super green here with the blue tips. I mean, dude, look at that thing. Is that incredible? Like, here's the deal. Like I just got this thing here, this Hellfire on the bottom. And dude, he said it was like for a 2 head, it was like 175. And he sent me one that has 3 heads on it, dude. I mean, that's the kind of guy this guy is, dude. He's just a good dude, man. And then this right here, he threw in as a bonus, dude. He just threw that coral in right there. I thought that was really cool of him. Pretty cool. Okay, so we also got some new frags from CoralLife on the, look at these, dude. I've never really been into Zoas, but I'm gonna start getting into these a little bit. Just I like the colors. I think they're called Spider-Mans, I think. But aren't those cool? Look at that. And then if you look on the other side, there's also some, they're really neat. I think they're Fruit Loops, or I think they're called Fruit Loops. And then there was one that didn't pan out that good when I first got it, but I think it's coming back, and I think that's a Rasta. And then these down here are really cool. Look at these things, dude. I think they're called Jungle Juice, I think. Aren't those cool? Oh, and this too, man. Look at these things. This this thing shows like it has a green tint, but they don't. They're like gold. And so I got those, and I'm really stoked because a lot of times when you buy Zoas, they'll give you like 2 or 3 of them on there, and he didn't, dude. That's a nice little colony right there. That'll take off. And yeah, so I'm really stoked on that. Of course, I did pick up, now we have Reggie here. Reggie's the small one, and I picked him up a buddy, and they kind of bicker a little bit. They love these, the monster corals. We've done a lot of videos on those, right? These toxic monster corals, they're glowing machines, and they love to frolic around and then say, this is my space, this is my space. But I got him a friend, so we got Reggie, we've got Regina here. And so far they're doing pretty good. And they're so expensive, but for some reason, like one of the Petcos here, like mismarks them. So like, I was just waiting because I knew they would. And sure enough, I got Regina here for $39 and I picked him up for $42. So like, that's a pretty good deal, right? Because you can go in a fish store and see these for like $89. I mean, right now you go down to the Petco and they're labeled at $90. So I did pick them each up for about $40 a piece. That's really cool. And it's really neat that they're contrasting color with these big monster toadstools. They love them. So these finger leathers here, these toxic finger leathers, look at these things, dude. Kaboom, dude. Are those things glowing crazy or what? Dude, they love this tank. And yeah, dude, they just go bonkers. This one's closed up a little bit, but I just turned the lights on. So they are going bonkers. Now, one of the things I added, I went to the local fish store and someone had broken down a tank and they had these like toxic green trumpets right here. And they were like, dude, it was crazy. Like a piece like this was like 20 bucks, dude. Because they had so many of them, dude. They had so many, it was insane. So dude, I totally like didn't waste time picking those up. And look at that, dude. It just adds like a huge amount of like splash around the tank, dude. So I really like that. My other trumpets have been here for a while. These like, I don't know, man. They look like marshmallows, dude. They're so puffy. And a lot of that is because of something that I've been working with, and that is alkalinity. Now, I never used to test the alkalinity, and that was one of the biggest requests that I had is, can you test the alkalinity? Can you test the alkalinity? Well, I did test it, and it was 5.2. Now, it's been 5.2 forever because I've never tested it, right? And I don't do water changes. So the tank was surviving, but it wasn't like happy. It wasn't like booming. I mean, dude, look at this thing. Dude, is that thing stoked or what? It's so happy. It's like super expanded. Dude, and I love that thing, dude. Man, ain't that thing cool? Doesn't even do it justice, like what I'm looking at on the phone compared to in person. But yeah, the mushrooms, look at the green hairy mushrooms. Look what they're doing, dude. They've gone bonkers with the alkalinity up to like 8.5, 10. That's where I keep it. And all the corals are just like, boom, dude. Like they went crazy, right? I did move the toxic or the super green hammers over here. I just didn't want them around the torches. They'd probably be okay, but this is my torch garden right here. And eventually I'm probably gonna move this guy and maybe get a couple more of these and stick them. So like this whole area right here is like all torches. We'll see. I'm trying to see how these ones do. This is a torch I've had for a while. He gets a little shadowing from this. So every once in a while I have to push that back a little bit. But dude, isn't that awesome? I can't stop looking at the torches, dude. That's legendary. And then, so you have our green zoas up here too. Somehow they ended up a colony down here. So that's eventually gonna be really cool. It's like this, I need to get some color down here because it's a little dark. Dude, these things are so explosive right now that they extended out and smashed themselves against the glass. Look at that, dude. Is that crazy? They are so stoked right now. And I didn't even, it's not even like really that close to the glass. I mean, it's probably about like that far away, but they're so extended, dude. They're smashing up against the front of the glass. I got this thrown in. I don't know if I talked about it, but the guy from High Voltage Corals threw this in and said, thanks. And it's really cool. I've never had one before, and I don't even know what the name of it. Dude, I am not the kind of guy that's gonna give you the name of all the corals, dude. That's just not me. But it does look cool, and it's doing really good. I picked this up right here, and it kind of doesn't really show it, but yeah, I guess it does. It's like an orangey, kind of like a vertical growing Monty cap, I think. I don't know. And I've got a little piece of it back there. We're gonna try that. Of course, look at my Fiji leather, man. I thought I was gonna lose that, and dude, I raised the alkalinity and it all of a sudden came back to life. So yeah, and it's actually, dude, it's a little bit more luminescent than it was before too. It's kind of matched the color of these, which when I first got it, it was more like just bland yellow and it wasn't luminescent, but now it is luminescent. So yeah, that's kind of cool, isn't it? So I'm looking forward to that thing coming to life. That's the thing is like, I had a buddy in my reefing world give me this awesome piece here. He gave it to me, dude. He didn't have to. And it probably has like 6 heads on it. And I'm like, dude, you sure you want to give me that? He goes, yeah, dude. And so that's when I said, look, if these people are going to hook you up with stuff, you better start like taking care of your stuff, right? I mean, you can't just have people give you really nice stuff and then you half-ass your way through it. So that's why I'm starting to get serious about the alkalinity. And yeah, so we're got to control it. And I'm going to show you the test kit I bought that you should definitely buy. And this will make your tank boom. This is the one thing that you probably should have. And I've always told you guys you don't have to test, but that's not true. I do have a nice patch of Dunkins here that surprisingly I got from Petco. They did have those. And then, dude, look at the monster money cap over here. Whoa, dude, that thing's almost ready for the ocean, dude. That thing, you know what I mean? I got to figure out what I want to do with it. I don't know if you can see it back here, but it grows upon itself. And so literally I could probably take off the lower half and make some room, but it still looks cool. So every once in a while, Poppy will nip at it. I used to get mad at it, but I don't now. It's so big that it doesn't really matter. I did pick up some green star polyps in the back. You can kind of see tucked in the very, very back there. I'm trying to keep them out of the main display up here. I did pick up, this thing was awesome. I don't know what it's called. Someone help me out. That thing on the right next to the Midas Zoas. It looks really cool. It's like a real pink and orange. And then this thing is a jack-o'-lantern right here. It's doing really good. Oh, by the way, my rose bubble tip enemies, look at those things, dude. It split on me. In one night, it turned into 3 of them. And I'm like, whoa. And they're really booming right now. I feed fish eggs to them. So they like that. Dude, look at this thing. This is one of my favorite corals here. And I haven't seen these around a lot. That doesn't mean they're not, just I haven't noticed them. and it has like a blue tint to it with these like, you know, I kind of call it a stardust coral. I'm sure there's a better name for it, but these little speckles sparkle all over it, dude. They're like super luminescent, dude. Isn't that cool looking, dude? It's one of my favorite corals in here. It's a soft coral. And it just looks awesome, dude. Look at that, dude. It's got like a blue hint with super sparkly specks all over it. Yeah, dude, super good. Let's see what else we got here. So yeah, we got the Duncan. Oh, this thing's really cool. And this doesn't do it justice either. And I haven't seen very many of these. Dude, this is like a gold, like straight up gold leather. And I've never seen one like this, dude. It's not green, it's not that, it's straight up gold. Doesn't that look cool, dude? I mean, I don't know, I think it does. But I think it looks awesome, dude. The color on it, it's just like, whoa, when I saw it, I was like, dang, dude, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We have some zoas here that are taken off. I think these are just like eagle eyes. I don't know what they call them. But yeah, that's where we are right now. And look at old Poppy being a good boy. He did a good boy. Poppy, he's a good boy. Yeah, everybody's doing really good right now, and I'm really stoked. Okay, so what else do I want to show you? I wanted to show you guys some stuff. Okay, we went over the pH, we did that. Oh, I want to show you the kit I got to test the alkalinity and why you need to do it. So let me show you that real quick, and then yeah, I want to definitely show you that. And then I forgot to tell you like the biggest thing, dude. So all right, so one day I usually test my water with a hydrometer, okay? And the hydrometer I have, dude, I've had it since dude, 20 years, dude. At least 20 years. It's how I do all my mixing of my water. It's where I keep it at. Well, dude, it was at 1.036, okay? 1.036. And I was like, dude, like I didn't realize, like, because I've never really had another one. And it wasn't until I picked up something else that I realized I was off. And I was shocked because, dude, the tank was alive. I've always done my tanking like that, but it was not thriving, dude. Like now my tank is full on thriving, dude. I mean, things are like, I can tell when I look at these torches that they're stoked, right? And by the way, I think I mentioned it, but I did get these from CoralLife, right? And they are on Facebook. You can reach them too. The guy's a good dude. And sorry about that. But yeah, that's the one thing. So I got that corrected. I bought a thing and dude, it's like everything was like boom, boom, right? And I'm like, dude, that's seriously like, so that's why I'm all stoked on everything right now because, and plus I got this little coral. I don't know what it's called. You really can't tell what it is, I know from this, but it has like I think it has like fluorescent green, like tentacles coming out of it. Oh, I forgot this too. I picked up this. So because I've been able to keep the Monty caps and then pretty good. So I said, well, I'll go a little bit further. I know a lot of times you guys have said, well, all those corals are ones you could keep in a toilet bowl, right? But I am kind of venturing out a little bit. Here's a Slimer that I got from somebody for a good price. And it's like doubled in size, like in the last like couple weeks. So I'm assuming that that's going to take off. I got a bird's nest back there that is really doing good. And that's what kind of gave me the idea because I got that at like Petco for like 15 bucks, dude. And so I put it in there as a test and I was like, wow, this thing's really taking off. Maybe I can keep a little bit more advanced corals and keep them alive, right? I do only use the C-Lab 28s. And then I've talked to you guys about this before. I don't test calcium, so I'm still not testing calcium. I do have my pH monitoring going on through the Apex system, but I don't do that. And this is pretty good. I mean, I just grab a couple of these, like maybe every week or two. It's like this right here. And I just throw them in the tank. Blah, that's it. I don't think about it. I don't do anything. I don't check my calcium and everything. I've been doing it for a long time. So there's definitely nothing in that deal that will harm your tank and your corals will love it. So I want to show you the Hannah kit that I got. I just want to show it to you real quick because this is the one thing that you should buy. Let me grab it real quick. So here is the kit that I bought and I will open it up. Nicole hates when I show people our house because it's always a mess. She doesn't want you guys to think our house is a mess. But it's this kit. It's like, I'll give you some advice on this too. So it comes with this and you can buy a kit that has an outdated regiment for half the price, 45 bucks or something, dude. Seriously. This was like 85 bucks, I think, or something, 80 bucks. I don't remember what I got it for. But you can get them for half off. Now, the good thing is you can buy the regiments for cheap. They're only like 14 bucks for a new one. So I would, if you can pick up an old one with an outdated one, I would definitely do it. This is super easy to use. You just fill up one of these beakers, you put it in there, you hit the black button, it zeroes itself, and then you add like, I forgot what it is, like 1 milligram, I don't know what it is, but you add 1 milligram into the clear bottle, turn it upside down 3 times, put it back in, push it, and it tells you what it is. Like, I had no idea how far mine was off. And the reason why that's so important is because the calcium works with the alkalinity, right? So if your alkalinity is not right, you're not going to get everything right. So it's important to have the alkalinity right. I would say you could do the alkalinity test only and just monitor that. As far as bumping up the alkalinity, I'm just using this right here. Let me show you. So I'm just using Reef Builder. And what I do is and this is really cheap too. It's not expensive at all. It's just, you know, right there. I put 5 teaspoons in to my 5-gallon clear bottle, and then I shake it, and then I just do the top off with it, right? So it just feeds it in there as I do my top off. So that's really easy. Do I need a bigger tank? Yeah. What kind of coral should I get into next, you think, on this? I think this is gonna be cool because my goal is to have this thing completely covered with zoas right here, that total top rock. And then this down here, I would love to see those golds, like take like some of that over. And then down here, some of those jungle juice or Fruit Loops or whatever, take this bottom section over. That'd really be colorful. And then I'm hoping this guy now starts to take off because they definitely like the alkalinity up. And you can just see it. Like, the corals are super stoked, dude. I mean, you can tell when a coral's happy, and they just totally are into the raised up alkalinity and pH. You can just see it, dude. Look how puffy these things are. See that? Isn't that cool? You could tell those things are stoked. So anyway, there you go. Little reef update, kind of a big reef update, right? I haven't done it in a while. And yeah, anyway, thanks to CoralLife and to High Voltage Corals for kind of hooking those up, and really cool. I'm really stoked. Anyway, this is Billy with your reef update at BTUFF.